It's your girl, Javy. Hi, Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer season 2023. Happy summer solstice. Welcome to fucking summer. I feel like you are in a place this season where you're going to be empathetic as fuck. So take care of yourself. Speaking of, hydrate, light it if you got it. It's summertime, regardless of where you live, you need to keep that body hydrated. You are a walking house plant. And let's get on into it. Create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer season 2023. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Y'all already know Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at justj_everything. TikTok at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. So check that shit out for the intricate dates of what astrological transit is happening and why you feel that way and blah, blah, blah. Be sure to check out the Cancer season astrology video that is out on Patreon already, but will be on YouTube soon. So I'm still going to put you on game though, because Virgo, as you're seeing this, your ruling planet Mercury is, well, maybe not as you're seeing it, but as Mercury is in Gemini at home. And I just feel like our thoughts, our words, our mindset is really colored by the desire for variety. And there is some sort of like appreciation for quantity over quality while Mercury is in Gemini. And quantity over quality is what I hope that I said. Yeah, because there is something about like more feeling like more. And so I do feel like there is this like things getting more like fun and vocal and free and social, and you being out in the world and really getting to like play. And I just feel like there's like a new definition of fun that wants to come in. On June 26th, Mercury enters Cancer, and then everything gets really intense. I feel like you're going to be feeling all the feelings, and if you don't like really set some energetic boundaries and just some boundaries for yourself in general, you're going to be feeling everybody else's shit too. You know, and so that could be a thing, like learning boundaries, learning how to like sterilize the air around you, learning how to like tend to your energetic like bubble, like what is like yours. So let's get on into it. Like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it. Take some time with me as we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer season 2023. There is something about like lowering your tone, relaxing, getting into a relaxed state, making sure that that's like not a numb state. A relaxed state doesn't have to be a numb state. So maybe there's something coming up with like numbing or substances, drinking too much, smoking too much. But the motive being for numbing, yeah, with the High Priestess coming out, first thing to be clear, this is Cancer. First thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is your relationship to your intuition. I say it all the time, Virgos are some of the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. Everybody thinks that you guys are all like logic and, like go, go, go and meticulous. And it's just like, yeah, you're those things, but you also are on the axis with Pisces. So your shadow is the spirit world. Like you have direct access to it. And I just feel like, what's going on? Are you honoring your intuition? Are you honoring your gut feelings? When was your last me time session? I feel like you are needing a healthier balance of me time so that you can show up efficiently during family time and relationship time and all of, and whatever duties, you've like, whatever like obligations or duties that, that come up or that you have. I feel like you've got to learn how to start putting yourself first, Virgo, because that's science. 1 + 1 = 2. And I also feel like with the 2, the High Priestess, like whatever new idea it is that you're trying to launch or whatever new business or whatever like thing that you're trying to fix, you're trying to do it logically when you're needing to do it by way of spirit. Anything that grows in the material world, the Empress, is because it was planted in the spirit. And so there is something about letting spirit order your steps, letting the divine give you these ideas, not just acting on what you think is the best, what you think is going to yield, whatever. I just feel like there is some sort of reprioritization of your values that's also shifting, not being so money-minded or business-minded. With the High Priestess out, this is saying like your priority needs to be your feelings. I feel like don't be up in everybody else's drama. Don't be up in trying to fix everybody else's shit. Yeah, get yourself out of these situations where you're constantly having to show up and give and give and give, be of service, fix something, and then you're exhausted. And you already know what I'm talking about. I feel like avoid the drama, avoid the confrontation. Get off the fence and make a powerful decision to prioritize yourself. And even if that means that you have to come off a bit sterile or cold in some sort of way, Virgo, there is this need for you to lean into like being non-active. It's like, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. There may be some sort of imbalance in the home, imbalance with like are you doing everything? Are you in a place of or is like the mother doing everything? Is there an imbalance of like chores and duty, an imbalance in maybe the bills that you're tired of? There is just some need to talk about that. It may involve someone with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. It may involve an in-law. There may be someone meddling, like someone in your shit. You may have to like really like buck up as a mom and not stay and not like get in, like let your kids learn how to resolve their own problems. You don't need to like intervene and step in and save the day for everybody. I feel like there is some sort of recalibration of balance, harmony that wants to be reestablished in your body so that it can improve your self-worth, and therefore you can know what, like, you can make more confident financial decisions. But I feel like it's time for you to figure out like who you are in this situation. Are you the one who's like giving, and people are around just taking? Or are you in some sort of way accepting breadcrumbs of what you actually deserve? And I feel like your spirit and your gut and your body are already telling you the answers to that. And it's just time to start paying attention and starting to make moves and make decisions that demand balance. Virgo, it just feels like you've earned your stripes. Like Judgment came out. You've earned your stripes. And center of the reading being Judgment says it's time to get off the fence. With the High Priestess there is some sort of like decision that needs to be made. And I feel like you need to be making the decision from a balanced place where you've accessed your logic and your intuition before you make the decision, before you go saying what you need to say. I feel like you need to work on being how reactionary you are also. I feel like, there's something about being easily triggered, or you like go, 0 to 100 real quick. It's just like, is that necessary? I feel like there's something about like maturing your emotional response, Virgo. There could be some sort of altercation, some sort of come to Jesus, some sort of like big announcement. I feel like if there's legal situations, you hear the verdict, you get the outcome, you know how things go. And I just feel like you're being called to really face your fears. You're being called to look at addictions, look at temptation, look at like what's going on in your sex life, what's going on with your free will, what's going on with your boundaries. What are you bound to? What has a hold on you? What has bedeviled you? You know, and whatever it is, you need to speak on it. I feel like the trumpet of truth is sounding in your life, and this trumpet only gets louder. You don't get to, whatever truth is coming up, it may involve a Scorpio. It may involve like somebody that's blonde, possibly. There could just be something about like nakedness, about intimacy. I feel like a decision to make, like on talking to someone, maybe talking to a professional or going to a therapist, taking the time to maybe like really speak some uncomfortable truths, possibly with judgment coming out. I just feel like you need to not be in everybody else's business. Say what you need to say. You know, if you have to say something, say what you need to fucking say. But I just feel like you're needing to learn in Cancer season how to stay in your lane, and how to like tend to what's yours, and how to mind your business, and how to like be Switzerland. You know what I mean? All right, Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. There may be somebody with Scorpio placements that has something to say. Someone may be like moving out, or someone may like have a difference of opinion in like how they spend their money, a difference of opinion and a plan. Some of you may see someone, I feel like be careful that you're not playing Captain Save-A-Ho, and you may be doing something where you're calling out other people who are playing Captain Save-A-Ho, and you don't realize the way that you're playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Be careful with that. I feel like there could be some kind of like repercussion for actions, or like what we like to call like instant karma coming in, where it's just like the things that you're pointing out, you're pointing at stuff, and you're gonna start to see like what's pointing back at you. You may really start to see, Hermit reversed. I just feel like there is Mercury transiting Gemini and Cancer is going to really have you thinking your thoughts and feeling your feelings, so you can unpack whatever issues, like, because I feel like there's stuff to say about, like, I feel like you're starting to understand why you behave the way that you behave, why you're so strict, or why you're so lax, or why you're so harsh or cold, or whatever it is that, is standing out to you, but also why you're so giving, why you're so protective. Like, there's all these, like, I think good, and there's like different qualities that I feel like you're learning about yourself, and you're going to just be able to see behind the curtain in Cancer season. And I feel like a lot of you, this first thing first, it has a lot to do with motherhood. It has something to do, like the moon card poking out here with the High Priestess. I feel like pay attention to these full moons that are coming in. There is some sort of, it's funny, we have a blue moon coming in, but that's August 30th. But I do feel like there are themes of the mother, and that makes sense. Mercury's going into Cancer. And so I do feel like you're going to have different things to say to your mother, different things to say about mothering. People may have shit to say about your mothering style, or I just feel like there's a lot of aha moments that come in regards to mothering, nurturing, how you were raised, how you want to raise kids, or you just may be like peeling back the layer, or seeing behind the curtain of some of your family dynamics, the family dynamics that you grew up in, and the family dynamics that you've created now. Even if you don't have a family, you have a family. There's people, you know, around that you are consistently, you know, with or surrounding yourself with. Final card, final message. But with the Five of Pentacles, or let me see. Final card, final message, please. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer season 2023. One final card, one final message, please. Lessons of patience, of stillness, of quiet. You know what? Because everything's going to be fucking all right. Some of you, there may be some kind of upsetting news that you may have to like pay a fine, or you may, someone like you, or this could be a story of someone that is around you, may have to like pay something, or there could be something about like getting fired or switching jobs, or you want to quit, or some of you may be thinking about like rage quitting or something of that nature. Some of you are thinking about investing in different ventures. I just feel like the first venture that needs to be invested in is healing your relationship to your body, healing your relationship to peace, giving yourself peace, confidence, sobriety, giving yourself like clarity of the mind, clarity of thought, being able to articulate yourself like clearly, having like stimulating conversations with people. I feel like there just may be a desire to do something like earn your money differently, or go to a different job, or go to a different industry. And I just feel like with the Ace of Pentacles coming out, there are absolutely opportunities that are going to come in that are going to help you know which path to go to, which is why you've got to be patient. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. You do your part to look at your darkness, to look at your shadow, to see how the heaviness that you go through, how it like structures you, how it like contributes to your like strong scaffolding. It's just like, yeah, you've been through some trauma. Yeah, you've been through some joy, but like everything has made you who you are. And you are, I feel like, finding a new appreciation for your darkness, for your heaviness. And there's something about it, like you integrating your light and dark puts you in this position to be way more confident, and that confidence makes you way more attractive. And then there's like this boost of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy that comes in, where you can start to really focus on the long-term vision. But you got to deal with the emotional stuff first. There may be someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placement, someone else outside of you that's maybe struggling with money, or you're having to like contribute or help or show up. There may be an ask for money that comes in. And I feel like if you are in the position to be generous, be wise, but be generous. You know, people's history, I feel like, does play a role. And that's just for me. And maybe that's me being judgmental, but I can do that. There's going to be a juicy plunge. I'm like, my leg is tapping. And I feel like it's because there's this surge of energy that comes in the closer that we get to Leo season. And when then we're one step away from, you know, basically one season away from your season. And I just feel like you're trying to lay the bricks for a foundation. And I feel like the foundation that you need to be focusing on is spiritual, internal. It has a lot to do with your creativity. It has to do with your connection to your divine feminine energy, your ability to nurture, your ability to take care of yourself, your ability to show up for yourself. Regardless of you know, your genitalia, we all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us. And it just feels like, regardless of your genitalia and how you identify and any of that stuff, you're needing to focus on your connection to your divine feminine energy and what that means to you, what that means for you. How do you, you will thrive when you get in your feminine energy. And the feminine energy does not make shit happen. It doesn't like move and go and boss bitch and I gotta like get out here and make it happen. The divine feminine energy is, I don't need to chase shit. It comes to me. Period. And I just feel like it's time for you to start wielding your ability to attract in. And the way that you attract in is by figuring out and being honest about what isn't working, what you're putting time, energy, and effort or money into that's not yielding, you know, a return, or not yielding the return that you want. And this could be your behavior. This could be your choices. If you keep, you know, striving for harmony in a certain situation, or it's like doing the same thing and expecting different results. And I just feel like the divine in Cancer season really gives you a clear answer on what you're supposed to be doing with your life, what direction you're supposed to be going in, who you need to cut off, who you need to be vulnerable with, how to get vulnerable with yourself. I feel like there is a need for like silent time, a silent retreat, getting your like phone off. You're not in charge of anything. You can just like relax. You need to give yourself like relaxation time, because if not, then I just feel like you may start to delay things that don't need to be delayed. You may drain or like burn yourself out. And like the Ace of Pentacles isn't going anywhere. It's just a matter of like, if you're too tired because you're taking care of everybody else and all of their drama, if you're too tired to go towards it and pick it up, if you're too busy keeping yourself in these situations where you have to be guarded, you have to protect yourself, you have to warm yourself, you have to nurture yourself, you have to self-soothe, because you're, you know, continuously aligning yourself with people that you can turn into projects, then, you know, it's going to be hard to go towards this Ace of Pentacles. But I feel like you guys are breaking this cycle. So I'm only like tiny shade. Gonna be a juicy plunge. I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/justjeverything. I love you. Let's get into it. The full version of the video, go to Patreon.